morning. If you all are just joining us, I am live from George Floyd Square. This is the intersection where George Floyd was murdered 2 years ago today. And, you know, when you think about what's happening today, it's heartbreaking, it's devastating. And it's also also outraging that 2 years after the largest global movement in our nation's history, in our world's history, that barely anybody is talking about what happened right here at 38th in Chicago. Tonight, this street is going to be dedicated to George Floyd. The city is going to come out and they're going to remove one of the street signs and they're going to replace it with George Floyd's name in order to honor him. Starting tonight, there will be a candlelight vigil for George Floyd. Over the weekend, now through Sunday, there's going to be a number of things happening here in this space to honor him, to commemorate him, to uplift the voices of his family and other families who have lost a loved one to the hands of police. As you can see, it's raining in Minneapolis at the moment, so not a lot of people out here this morning, but we thought that it was important to come down here and to hold space and to create space for you all to dialogue. So feel free to share what you're feeling in this moment as our nation is battling with a number of issues. And as you share in the comments what you're feeling, also share what you plan to do about it, because 2 years ago, everybody in this country said they were going to do something about it. Everybody in this country said that something was going to change. But today, America must look itself in the mirror and ask itself, what has really changed? We're not going to be here long, but I do want you guys to come and we're going to walk over to where he took his last breath. There's a lot of artwork that has been done, and we're going to take a look at it this morning. Thank you for joining us. Again, if you're just tuning in, we are live from South Minneapolis, the intersection where George Floyd took his last breath. As you can see, traffic has been opened up at this intersection for nearly a year. It was actually closed to traffic. And we've talked to some historians who have said that this is probably the longest occupation that's happened. You want me to hold on? We're gonna head over. I got it. But as you can see, lots of artwork. And if you've ever been down to this intersection, it changes quite often. A lot of the stuff that's down here, you know, gets kind of rotated out. And there's a number of folks who have preserved the items that have been left here to honor George Floyd. If you take a look here, it's roped off where he actually took his last breath. Lots of posters, teddy bears, flowers, notes, poems, artwork of other people who have been killed by community violence, artwork of other people who have been killed by the hands of police. This has become a community. It's become a safe space, a sacred place for many people. And so as we get ready to wrap things up, because it's raining and we're also, you know, now that this intersection is open, kind of holding up traffic a little bit here, but we felt like it was worth it. It was worth coming down here in the rain, standing in traffic to just ask those of you who are following here, who have been following along this journey, to remember George Floyd today. And we have to ask ourselves, why did he die? Share this stream with your followers and tell people who are following you what you're going to do about it. And challenge them to do the same.